The lights about to come on. Here we go then. The Motorland Aragon Grand Prix is underway, and it's a fantastic start from Jack Miller on the inside of his teammate, Pecco Bagnaia. He defends behind his teammate. So Miller into second place. In third is Bastianini. Quartararo already behind Marc Marquez, who's made a lightning start in it.
Exactly what I expected. Round the outside of everybody, people braked into turn one, and he just...
Oh!
He's down! Quartararo!
Fabio Quartararo is down. I think Marquez had a moment. He sat
That's
up.
exactly what happened.
And Quartararo hit the back of him. The championship has been blown wide open here in Aragon.
Huge crash. I mean, massive, massive impact into the back of Marquez. Marquez did nothing wrong. It was basically a slide, cold tyre slide. He had to get out of the throttle, and he had nowhere to go. Quartararo.
And look at Marc's bike, and now Nakagami goes down. Marc Marquez's bike was flapping around, and he goes down. And you see there, Pol Espargaro having second evasive action. Real drama on the opening lap of this race. And you could just see Marc Marquez had a problem with his bike when he came out.
Yeah, and that's because of the impact from Quartararo. I can't believe this has happened.
He's already in the thick of the action, isn't he, Marc Marquez, on his comeback after 3.5 months. Brad Binder is up into second place. A great start from the South African. Miller in third, Espargaro fourth, Bastianini in fifth. But the most crucial part of this, Neil Hodgson, is that Fabio Quartararo, the championship leader, 30 points the advantage over Pecco Bagnaia, and he is out. Let's have a look at it again. It's from the overhead shot.
So Marquez tips into the corner, he's wide there. There's a slide, he has to shut the throttle. And Quartararo's having to be aggressive, having got a poor start. He's already planning to go to try and make a pass on Marquez. Look, there's a slide. Wow. We're talking small margins here, though.
Jack Miller attacked. He's up into second place. Gets it stopped. And we'll go through on Brad Binder now. Fastest rider on circuit, Neil. Enea Bastianini. We are on lap 3. We just completed lap 3. Bagnaia leads. Miller in second. Bastianini now in third through on Brad Binder. In fourth place will be, of course, will be Binder. And then it's Alex Espargaro. As Brad Binder attacks his future teammate in Jack Miller.
That came from quite a long way back.
Yeah, there's Quartararo being taken away.
To the medical centre, I'm guessing.
Alex Espargaro just got through on Jack Miller. He's going to go. Look at the drive. He gets out the final corner. And Enea Bastianini is free to race Pecco Bagnaia, and he takes over. Now, if Bagnaia, anything that we've seen from him in recent times is to go by, he'll attack. Wide for Bastianini at turn 12. He knew, he's expecting a move from Bagnaia, and that's what pressure does to you.
And that's what happens when you're racing against someone who you know. Look at that, another mistake. When you ride against someone who's so late on the brakes all the time, the problem is when you do pass him, you're expecting for them to come back.
And Brad Binder, it's like he's just been served up his dinner there, isn't it? He looks hungry, and every chance that Binder will be attacking soon. Bastianini will know he'll be under pressure. He made up all that ground. Here comes Enea Bastianini.
No.
Bagnaia closed it off.
No, he rolled off, Gav, there.
Right.
He's got all the information. Bastianini now, that is fully logged, and that is just stored up for the last lap.
And you wouldn't think Bagnaia would be that aware of it. So Alex Espargaro goes through above Brad Binder, just sticking in there, trying to hang on to this podium, and Jack Miller lurking. We've got battles at the front and battles for third place. It's turning into a fantastic Aragon Grand Prix here. And in about 3 miles' time, when they get to the end of the back straight, we'll know if Bastianini has been saving something in reserve. Bagnaia will know that he's there now. What tactics can he do from here?
Well, all he can do is try to do an absolute perfect lap. Not to go defensive through any of these corners. Is to just stay on that racing line and hope if Bastianini comes past, he can square him back off like he did last year with Marquez.
It's a risk, isn't it, for Enea Bastianini? He's going to have one shot at it if he's going to go into the last corner. It's a big risk to take. But I suppose also for Bastianini, he's thinking, It's the cleanest
Oh,
shot.
he's going for
a
it.
surprise move into turn 7 from Enea Bastianini, and he has surprised all of us. And Bagnaia. Bagnaia's going to try and fight back into the corkscrew, but he's got it covered off. I think Bastianini thinks if I get to the straight, there's no way Bagnaia can compete with me.
There is that, because it looks the lighter, smaller rider. If he can get out of that chicane corner onto the straight.
He's had all the information, having sat behind Bagnaia during this race. He knows where he can get on that throttle a bit earlier. This is where I expect Bagnaia to go. Always a late breaker. Bastianini trying to cover it off, and he has held firm in front. Bagnaia won out in a battle with Marc Marquez on the last lap in this race a year ago. What's it going to be on this occasion? Bastianini doing everything that he can. Here we go then, into the back straight for the final time. What have you got, Enea? What have you got, Pecco? A kilometre long, down towards the final braking. Remember, Bagnaia's got a championship on the line. He's got a championship to think about here, and he's not going to get through on Enea Bastianini into the final corner. Bastianini looks to have played a blinder. Oh, a little pump from him out to the final corner. It's all going to be on the run to the line. It's going to be tied between the two Ducati men. It's Bastianini who wins for the 4th time this year. Bagnaia takes 2nd place, and Aleix Espargaro back on the podium for the first time since the Italian Grand Prix. We have a championship on our hands.
It was already pretty much wide open, we thought, this championship before this race started, but yeah, the door is off the hinges.
There's no doubt that everyone who was saying Ducati team orders would come into play, Bastianini was told he could ride free, and he did. He's gone on and he's won again, his first victory since the French Grand Prix, and you knew it was coming.